X-Men became members here. Freedom is good, man. Freedom is good. Something happened in your life that sometimes you're not going to understand why. A lot of us in today's free world, I'm sure we have many problems. Many problems. But I believe the number one problem we have for most of us is money problems. Because we live in a society that without money, we won't survive. We won't be able to survive. We either become homeless or we become hungry. If we have houses, our house is going to be going to defaults. Car notes have to pay. Kids have to have clothes, shoes. Man, it's all kind of expenses. But I believe that if we can put a lid, if we can manage our money in the ways that we feel confidence that where our money goes, then I'm sure it won't become a problem. What I see today's society is people have more expenses than their incomes. And sometimes when you have a hard week of working, you get that check, you started to spend unconsciously without realizing it. It's just how we've been wired. If you notice, I mean, sometimes you spend money without even realizing that you spend your last $100 for real until you find out, man, I got these 2 utility bills that I have to pay. So our mind really is playing a vital part of how we manage our money. I just really started to learn this money things when I was in the federal system, to be honest with you. When I was young, I didn't know either. No one teach me, I went into the federal system and I knew that I'm going to be gone for a decade, and also realizing that if I don't get my act together, right, no one will help me. And then not only that, I'm going to be gone for a decade, so when I get out, I'm going to be behind with everybody. I'm going to be behind everybody, man. From financial to technology to just everyday living. So one thing about a person committed crimes and there being remorse and they change their ways of life, that is a person, or those people should deserve a second chance. I mean, I can't say that to everybody, but as for myself, that's what I did. So I have to devote my time to learn all the necessary ingredients so I can survive when I get out. When I got out, I equipped with new information, with knowledge, and also come along with that, I gotta have the discipline, the will to resist of the temptation, the will to resist the criminal acts, the will to resist certain people. You know what I'm saying? And the focus of what you want in this life. If you don't want no more money problems, then you got to focus of how to control and manage the money so you won't ever have the problems again. And it was not easy for me at all when I got out. There a job that I got turned down, you know. My probation officer, she a white woman. She saw my sincerity. She even helped me to get a job. And you don't see that a lot. So I'm talking to people that like in my shoes. But what about you guys that not in my shoes, but you still have money problems today? All this is, man, that you are spending more than what you made. Then you're not going to make ever own your home. Don't listen to nobody talking about you buy a home without credit, without down payment. Man, they're lying to you. You got to have certain incomes, certain credit score. Because ain't nobody lending you no money if you're high risk. And then with all that, you got to put yourself in a position of how much debts you owe before you buy a home. It's called debt ratio to your income. So if you're looking to flourishing in your life, you got to solve your money problems. Because, you know, our society evolved around money. And that's facts. Because I remember when I have a child custody battle, it cost me $30,000 to fight a custody battle. And guess what happened? The judge awarded me the children, the mother paying child support. So representation is very important. No representation, most of the time you will lose. But my point is, money problem is because our one common thing is we spend more than we made. When I first got out, if you live in an apartment and you pay too much, you should have go ahead and look for room sharing. Cut that rent down in a third. Don't buy new cars because the new car, as soon as you drive up the lot, the value is gone. Get you a reliable car that you ain't got to worry about the distance that you travel and the gas. Man, the most reliable cars, man, I'm telling you, is the Camry and the Honda Accord. So you got to sacrifice now. The things that you want to enjoy, you got to sacrifice now for 5 years. So you can get the luxury that you want 5 years after, man. So that's the mindset I was having. And I'm still having that mindset today. To solve your money problems is you gotta cut your expenses down to all the necessity. That's it. Always save your money, man. 10-15% your money. And use that 10-15%. Invest in digital online projects that bring back 12-15% annually. That's the safe way if you don't want to risk. Now, if you want to look into the stock market, invest your time. 30 minutes a day, man. Read on it. I like stocks, but what I also like is blockchains. As much as stock gains, man, blockchain have massive gains. So look into those subjects. But first you gotta cut down your expenses, man. Cut down your expenses. But the most important things is your mind. You gotta have the discipline, the will to resist, and the focus of what you want. You already know, man. My criminal life, it probably, compared to other people, is nothing. But it's a stumbling block for me. But I won't allow it to stop me on my tracks. Same thing with you today. Look at your expenses, man. Look at your incomes, man. And read a couple books. You will feel so much better because you know where your money is heading, you know. It's always feeling good when you know where your money goes. But if you don't know where your money goes, you always feel stressed when it comes bills time. Until next time, stay free and free yourself from debts, from habits, bad habits, and free yourself from sorry environments. Take care. I'll see y'all soon.